What's up, amigos? Starting into our strong and sturdy module today. A couple of new tweaks, some bigger tweaks in our DZF program, starting into a whole new phase there for your fitness. So we're going to go over some acute variable changes, and then we're going to go through some ways in which I want you to start thinking about your fitness in this phase. Because if we're not just going through a fitness program, hopefully we're taking the tools away from it that we can apply to the rest of our life. So as you're approaching in this phase, which is a deliberate strength phase, you're going to feel a lot more soreness, you're going to feel a lot more power and fast twitch engagement. How can we relay and leverage that to be a parallel to the way we're approaching life? So I'm going to give you a couple of new terms today as well that you can take away from, and we can jam about it in our one-on-ones this week. So starting with the acute variables, essentially everything we're going to be doing for the next 3 weeks are compound sets. Compound sets are similar to supersets because we got 2 workouts in a row, but we are hitting them for the same muscle group. So as you're going to see in the DZF, what we have are for instance, if we're hitting squats, we're hitting at a 2-0-2 count. 1-2 down, 1, 2, and then back up, 1, 2. So very just under control. Bench, 1, 2, 1, 2. No pause. Okay. So 2-0-2 for our strength portion, and that's like a 6 to 12 rep range. Kind of that 8 is that kind of that sweet spot for sure. And then immediately following it, you're going to be hitting something from more of the BBC phase, and you're going to pair it right up next to it. So after your squats, you might do one-legged squats, and it's going to be real slow. 3 seconds down, 2-second hold, 1 second up. All right. Then you're going to take about a 2-minute break in between sets because you're really breaking down all the muscle, fast twitch and slow twitch in the body. Okay. So if you remember the chicken analogy that we used from last month, we have our light meat and our dark meat. What you're aiming to do in this phase initially in the first 3 weeks is hit the fast twitch muscle first. So hard, heavy, powerful. If you break out of that 2-0-2 sometimes because you just got to send it to get those last couple reps, whatever it is, fine. I'd rather you get the last couple reps, last rep, and break the 2-0-2. That's just as a base, okay? If you have questions with that, let me know. But that's it. So 3 to 4 sets, 6 to 12 reps, followed immediately after. Same muscle group, and 10 to 15 sets or reps slow. Okay, so 6 to 12 reps first, same muscle group, 10 to 15 reps slow. Okay, we go heavy first, then lighter. Okay, the second one's going to be less controlled, so we have to engage the core again and get the slow twitch muscles really involved. Okay, the reason being, I want you to know why you're doing what you're doing. Even if you're on a weight loss journey, you're like, Rocky, I'm not here to gain a bunch of muscle and be a linebacker. I'm trying to lose muscle, lose weight. You're still going to go through this because what you're doing is growing a bigger engine. Easiest way to think about it, like 4-cylinder or an 8-cylinder. What's going to burn more gas? 8. So, can we upgrade your Honda Civic engine to like a Dodge Ram or Ferrari? Cool. Ferrari's going to take a couple more steps. That's a V12, but this will get you on your way. So that's the first 3 weeks, and it tweaks. It changes again starting 3 weeks after this, and then you go to straight hypertrophy, which is outlined in the module as well. So questions on that, let me know, but just plan on being sore. You're lifting hard, you're lifting heavy, and you're breaking down one muscle group at a time far more than you have been. Let's see, what else? That's gonna be a good start for you. As we start going through this, you'll have questions that come up. Let me know in the group. Now, how are we using our strength to parallel strength in real life? 2 terms I want to throw at you, and before we get into that, I want to give you this analogy. If you've been a goldfish swimming around in a bowl that's this big your whole life, and then you get transferred into a bowl that's this big? Did your capacity to grow just increase? Hell yeah, it did. If you're not familiar with goldfish, they get as big as their home represents. Now imagine you get thrown into the ocean. Are you going to grow again? So what we do in life is we place these fish bowls on scenarios in our life. Maybe it's our job, maybe it's our relationships, maybe it's our family, maybe it's in the gym, maybe it's like, so as we are busting through these old limiting beliefs and movement patterns in the gym and seeing our body bust through and become something that's far more powerful than ever, how can you relate that to the rest of your life and break out of these old patterns, okay? Limiting beliefs. That's what decide what no longer belongs. It may take a little bit more work than just deciding so, because generally it's running in the background. It's not even conscious. So be prepared this week. You'll probably know it as I'm saying it, like what's consistently getting in your way, tripping you up. That's what we're going to be talking about. Okay? Might not be the most cozy conversation, but it's going to make you better. Okay? Because you're going to break through it. What we're going to utilize to break through it, beyond just your sheer awesomeness and legendariness, is grit. Okay? So we talk about grit in the gym in this module. I want you to start thinking in terms of one more rep. I really think I only got 10 reps in me. Fucking do 11. Prove to yourself that you're better than you thought you were. Every single time you step foot in the gym, every opportunity you have to do more, go above and beyond, do it. Like, a legend does it. Plain and simple. I mean, nobody's going to write stories about the person who just did their job. Nobody's going to write stories about that person. So what more can you do? How can your body, how can your fitness, how can your strength routine be an example of the way you're just showing up to kick ass and take names and bust through old patterns? Answer those questions, and we'll start marinating on that. We'll jam out on our one-on-ones this week. Drop me a line in the group the first time you have your first like serious muscle hangover. That is a term that I love. Soreness, deep soreness, DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, like after leg day, sometimes it's like 2 days later where you're like, oh my God, I can't walk. First day that happens, jump in the Facebook group, share it with everybody in there, because we would love to celebrate with you, because damn, that feels good. But yeah, muscle hangover. Update your TNC in the DZF. So update your goals, update your track, like I want to know where you're at right now. Weight, circumferences if you got them, body fat if you got them, and then all the acute variables in there. If we're working on something specific, send me that too. And then, yeah, come chat and come ready to chat about your limiting belief. Take a look at life. What no longer serves. What fishbowl have you been living in long enough? Ready for the ocean. At least maybe a bigger aquarium. All right, y'all. That's all from me for now. Stay legendary. Talk to you soon.